are some questions. Number 1. Can we travel for knowledge whilst being in the midst of knowledge in our area with the intent to come back for more, or would that be looked down upon? So basically the question is saying that, we talked about rihla, or traveling for knowledge. If you're already gaining knowledge in your area, should you be traveling to get more knowledge? It really depends on your situation. Sometimes the knowledge that is available in your area is not enough, or you cannot gain it enough. For instance, in our area here, I don't really know of, like a seminary that is covering everything, right? You're not going to be studying on a daily basis for 8 hours a day. We don't have those kind of opportunities, to my knowledge. Maybe we do. And there's an example. In your locality, you don't have a seminary or a madrasa that is teaching for a full-time course, and you're ready for a full-time class. Then you can travel, because it's not disrespectful to the people in your area. They're not offering a full-time course, so you can travel. But the question is saying that, let's say there is a full-time in your area, and then you want to go somewhere else. If the other place is better, there's better quality, and you believe so, then yeah, you can still travel. So as long as there's some excuse to go elsewhere. But if you're in a locality and they actually have high quality education, like you're in Egypt and you have al-Azhar there, and you want to come to Dunwoody so you can attend the Hadith intensive, that is going to be frowned upon. You have one of the greatest, among the greatest shuyukh in the world gathered in your neighborhood, right? And then you're going to come to Dunwoody to come to our program. So that would be looked down upon. Now, next question. Is there a correct manhaj? What would the etiquette of following or not following a manhaj be? So is there a correct manhaj? Yes, everyone who follows a manhaj say that their manhaj is correct. Right? Just like, is there a correct madhab? Yeah, the Hanafi madhab. If you ask me. You ask a Shafi'i, he says Shafi'i madhab. You ask a Maliki. So everyone's manhaj is correct to them. Manhaj is a methodology. And a person would not be following a manhaj if they believed that there's a better one. Just like unless there's some kind of societal, pressures on that person. But usually you follow the manhaj because you like it. So everyone says that their manhaj is correct. So in my opinion, my manhaj is correct. So follow mine. Right? So that's basically it. If you ask me which madhab to follow, I'd be Hanafi. I'm not going to tell you to become a Hanbali. Sorry. Right? So yeah. And then the second part of that question were, I don't know what happened to the question. Okay, wait, I can remember. It's basically, what are the etiquettes of following the manhaj? Etiquettes is basically whatever it dictates, you follow that. So some group of scholars, they'll say this thing is permissible, like this type of action is permissible. Others will say no, it's not, we shouldn't engage in it. So you should follow your group of scholars, what they're saying, as long as they're backed by Quran and Sunnah, of course. If they can show you proofs from the Quran and Sunnah, they're saying it's fine, then you do it. So there's going to be differences here and there. But always, if someone is telling you to do something that's not founded in the Quran and Sunnah, then don't do it. It's probably a sign that you're following the wrong manhaj, right? If someone's like, do sajda to the grave, and like, I don't know about this manhaj, like, just do it. It's our manhaj. We like to do sajda in front of graves. No, don't do it. You know in the depth of your heart it's not right. Okay. Next question. Is it okay to teach what you have knowledge of to younger students, or those whose level of knowledge is much less than yours? So yes, like typically you would have studied with someone. Like it's not like let's say you're teaching tajweed and you just studied from a book. You opened up a book of tajweed, you bought it from Amazon, you read it, and you're like, I'm ready to teach. I watched enough YouTube videos of Mishari, I'm ready to teach, and I've studied this book. No, you cannot teach, I'm sorry. You're not supposed to be teaching tajweed. Now, if your teacher that you learn tajweed with, they're saying that, okay, your tajweed is good, it's not perfect, but it's good enough that you can teach beginners, then bismillah, he gave you permission. So as long as you have permission to do what you are doing, then that's fine. That's a part of the manhaj, right? You don't go do stuff before you're ready. So you get the permission of your teacher. So if someone who has been trained is telling you you're ready, then you're ready. You don't have to be a master. Otherwise, no one would learn Quran. There's so many people out there teaching Quran. If you say you have to be a master of qira'at to teach, you have to learn the 10 qira'at, you have to be like this and like this, then how many people are going to learn Quran now? Right? So you can't teach. Is there any sunnah that's not a hadith? There are certain practices of that you could say came from the Sahaba. This is theoretical because I can't really. Okay, no, I can't really think of many sunnahs that are not hadith. Because example I was going to say is miswak, but miswak is in the hadith. But sunnah is the way. Yeah, usually you'll find a hadith for every sunnah. You'll find a hadith. If I come up with an example, I'll let you know. They have certain aspects, like for instance, like the Amal Ahl al-Madina, but it still goes back to like the statement of some tabi'i or some sahabi. We'll talk about later. These are kind of hadith as well. Yeah. So like some details. For instance, Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam would do wudu from a mud amount of water. So now what is a mud? It's a unit of measure. It's a unit of measure. But how much? So there's differences of opinion. So now we don't have a real hadith for it. So Imam Malik, what he would do is he lived among the grandchildren of Sahaba. Like those were his teachers. The grandchildren of the Sahaba are the Imam Malik's teachers. So all he would do is like go into their house and say, okay, that's a mud. All right. So that's a mud. Everybody's using the same type of mud. And they're saying it's a mud. So he says mud. So that's Amalu Ahl al-Madina. Imam Malik would look at what people in Medina do, and they were right next to the era of Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So that's a proof for him. So you could say the amount that Imam Malik stated, that could be a sunnah, that's not a hadith. But the mud is established in hadith, not the amount that a mud is. So details, you could say those are sunnah. Okay. Now, the etiquettes of hadith that were mentioned, are they the same etiquettes for Quran? So in general, yeah, in general. But you don't have to travel for Quran unless you have no teachers who are teaching you those things. And some of them are nuanced because I took them from Imam Nawawi, who's specifically talking about students of knowledge of hadith. So the general ones, they are the same for Quran. But let me see, I can't remember what could be a quality that would not fit for Quran in those that we discussed. All right, so next question. You guys check and let me know. Imam al-Shāfi'ī said, all knowledge is a waste of time besides Quran except hadith and what else? So he says hadith and fiqh. Hadith and fiqh. And fiqh in that time was beliefs. Beliefs can be found in Quran and hadith anyway. So aqidah is already in there. And fiqh is extracting the law, Islamic law or the Sharia. So essentially those three things. Quran, hadith, and fiqh. And if you feel like, no, aqidah is not there, aqidah is in Quran. So you don't have to specifically mention it. Okay, what about eating locusts? Is it hadith or sunnah? There's a hadith on it. Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam does mention it. Right? So that's how we know that it's okay to eat a locust. Right? I can't do it, but maybe you cover it with chocolate and fry it. People don't have that, right? Chocolate covered crickets. But those are crickets. Locusts are like the big ones. Right? Yeah, they're more meaty.